What's going on, guys? Devin here with Backcountry Exposure. Time to do a full review on the Ortovox Civetta jacket. I've been using this thing for the past several months. You guys have seen it in videos, photos, all of that. I've taken it out backpacking, hiking, summits, all of that. And I can safely say that through that testing and wearing this for the past several months, this is easily one of the best jackets I've owned. Because more or less, it has replaced these two jackets, the Black Diamond Alpine Start hoodie, as well as my Berghaus Hyper jacket. And I'll explain why as we go through this review. But I can definitely say that this is a jacket that a lot of people should consider, because this is a 2.5 layer jacket that uses the Dermazax material as its membrane for waterproofness, as well as breaking that wind when you're out on like ridges and stuff. But basically this jacket really has replaced these two jackets and comes in at just over 6 ounces in weight. So let's go ahead and talk about why it's replaced these two jackets. Now, my Black Diamond Alpine Start hoodie, this is more of a jacket geared towards climbers, but to basically guard from the wind. So this is more of a wind jacket that will protect you from light precipitation, but it's not a waterproof jacket. The Berghaus Hyper, this is a 3 ounce, basically only a rain shell. I've used this out in some really like intense conditions, out kayaking, sea kayaking, out on a lake in Grand Teton National Park. And this thing easily is one of my favorite jackets. I love it. It's 3 ounces. It's so lightweight. But the fact that now that I've got this jacket at 6 ounces, it basically completes the package of only needing one rain layer and one wind layer, as opposed to bringing two, so that I have that type of protection that I'm looking for in a lightweight shell like this. So this is not a full-on like 4-season hard shell. This is going to be a summer, spring, early fall kind of jacket that I'm going to wear to protect me from rain and wind and that kind of situation. It's a really minimalist style jacket. There are no hand pockets on here. You do have the one chest pocket, which is nice and big and open. But I want to talk about the fact that Ortovox is doing something pretty innovative with their products, because it's not something I've ever seen on any other jacket that I've used or worn. What they are using is merino wool on the jacket. And you might look at this and think, really? Like a thin jacket like that has wool in it? What they're doing with it, and go back to what I said, is this is a 2.5 layer jacket, so you've got a 20,000 millimeter waterproofness on this jacket, as well as on the backer that they are using to finish up that layering. So here on the inside of the jacket, they have basically used merino wool as a backer on the jacket. And that is a really cool touch that I love about this jacket, because it makes it really soft and it just makes it a little bit more functional for me. No, it's not adding the warmth that you would think that wool is going to give, but it does add a really cool aspect to the fact that it's different from anything else that is being used out there. And Ortovox is definitely being innovative in that regard. Some other things about the jacket that I really like are it's nice and long. So I've got basically coverage over my butt, which is nice. And it's a good like elastic around the hem down here at the bottom, as well as a elastic hem on the wrist for the sleeves. So really nice on that. As far as the like waterproofness is concerned, this is a waterproof zipper. So I do have that. And the colors of this thing, like check out how cool the colors are on this jacket. I freaking love it. Here up on the collar of the jacket, you've got a nice soft material. It is reinforced. It's a lot thicker here. It's kind of like a 2-ply aspect. On this side, you've got a nice fabric piece right here that protects your face from the zipper. And then as far as the hood is concerned, if I zip this all the way up, I do like that good neck coverage. And then the let me put the hood on first and then I'll zip it up. So you have a like formed hood that's going to sit nice and tight on your head. Basically there's an elastic that comes around the back of the hood right here that keeps it nice and tight on, and then you've got a brim that is that same fabric that's here around the zipper that's going to basically form fit the jacket hood to your head. Really like that. So there's not any kind of like elastic to be able to like cinch this down around your head. They've done that with like pre-installed elastic and keeping it nice and tight on your head. So this would be a little tight with a helmet, but you could make it work. So if you're a climber, you've got that ability with the jacket. But I like that this just moves with your head and it's not your head moving inside of the hood. I really hate it when you've got such a big hood that when you turn your head, you're now cutting your face off because the hood is not moving with your head. And I really, really like that about this jacket, especially if I'm like up on a summit or I'm walking a ridgeline. It's important that I always have good visibility, as well as if I put a headlamp around, then I've got the ability to use the hood in that aspect as well. So it's just a versatile jacket that has a lot of really good features to it. So if I take the jacket off, I'm going to show you some of the like fine detail things about this. On the brim of the hood, you can see that they've basically folded this over so that you've got a additional, almost like a gutter system essentially. And it helps like stiffen up the hood a little bit so that it stays formed and whatnot. But basically like water is going to run off of the top of your head, hit this, and then it's going to run down the side and come off of the side of the jacket instead of running over the top of your face, which I think is really cool. And then this is that piece of wool that is here on the inside of the hood to give it that formed factor and allow it to just stay nice and snug on your head, as well as that elastic that's on the back of the hood. You can see here that they have taped all of the seams on the inside of the jacket, which again makes this a fully waterproof jacket. I love this aspect, using the merino wool on the inside. And the colors again on this thing are just awesome. If I pack this down, again, remember this is 6 ounces. So the ability for me to toss this into like the mesh pocket on the back of my backpack, or if my hip pocket is big enough, I can shove it down into the hip pocket. But basically, I've got a super protective, lightweight rain shell and wind shell in one that is not going to weigh me down. So guys, to be really frank and honest with you, and to get a little bit serious about this, this is actually a very technical piece of outerwear that is very effective and it works really well. The price tag that is attached to it, $300, $350 or so, is definitely worth it because of how well it performs. I've been so happy with it. You guys have seen me using it. You've seen me out hiking with it. The breathability on it is honestly really well for what it is. It does a really good job of breathing compared to a jacket like this. If I am out in the rain and I'm just gonna get soaked from the inside out, I might as well not wear a rain jacket while I'm hiking because this thing does not breathe at all. And with the Black Diamond Alpine Start, this thing's gonna get saturated too fast to be really effective as a rain piece. And so having to carry 2 different jackets if I've got inclement weather coming through, this thing is definitely my go-to jacket. Been so happy with the performance of it. It fits really well. I'm 65 pounds, 5'9", and I wear a medium, and I can layer a lightweight insulated jacket underneath this, like a lightweight down or like my Arc'teryx Atom LT, and it just works super well. So anyway guys, if you're comparing to other different types of jackets out there, a lot of people are really big fans of the Outdoor Research Helium jacket, which is a great rain shell as well. But if you've got the money to spend and you want something that's going to perform well, keep you dry as well as breathe, and just be a great lightweight wind shell and rain shell in one, then definitely check this out, because my experience with it for the past several months, a lot of use with it has been super positive, and I honestly have nothing negative to say about this jacket because it's been that good for me. So anyway guys, that is the Ortovox Civetta jacket, a awesome rain shell, wind shell that has merino wool on the inside. It's so cool. Anyway, thanks so much for watching guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hope you have an awesome day.